Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is I, your host, Mr. Sean, and today we're coming at you with another top 5 list, this time involving something that I have loved for over 20 years, and that is the video game series known as Dynasty Warriors. Now, Dynasty Warriors as we know it today was originally released in Japan in 2000 under the title of Shin Sengoku Musou. In the West, we knew this game as Dynasty Warriors 2, as previously there had been a game also developed by Koei called Sengoku Musou, or in the West, Dynasty Warriors, which was just a one-on-one fighting game. But it would be Shin Sengoku Musou, aka Dynasty Warriors 2, that would give the level-based open format battle hack and slash game that we know and love today. I first discovered the series with Dynasty Warriors 3 in 2001, and I have just been enjoying it ever since. Funnily enough, many of the Dynasty Warriors games were always set to come out on my birthday, but always would be delayed, so the series, I do love it, but it did fill me with immense disappointment each time a game would come out, and it would not, in fact, as promised, come out on my birthday. But every game has given us more levels, more stages, more characters. When Dynasty Warriors 2 came out, there were 28 playable characters. When I started playing the series in Dynasty Warriors 3, there were 41 playable characters. And with the most recent and somewhat disappointing installment, number 9 in the series, they have gotten up to 90 playable characters, which is amazing. But with so many characters to choose from, they can't all be unique and created equal, which is why I'm about to give you my top 5 Dynasty Warriors characters. Now, just so you know how I'm doing this, there is going to be one character from each of the main kingdoms, Shu, Wu, Wei, and Jin, as well as one character from the other category. The only requirement for them to be on this list is that they have to be a playable character in the main series, so not if they're a playable character in, say, the Extreme Legends or some other offshoot. They have to be in one of the main Dynasty Warriors games from 2 to 9 as a playable character, though the fact that they're playable may not be why they're on this list. And I will be going in order of the 5 is the lowest tier and 1 is my favorite character. So let's get started. Alright guys, coming in at number 5, let's just get this one out of the way. You know it, you knew he was going to be on this list. It's Lu Bu. Lu Bu is kind of one of the poster boys of the series, one of the hardest bosses in the game, and so hearing that you might think he shows up a little bit later as you're playing through. No, he's on level 2, or depending on what kingdom or character you play through as in which game, he might show up in level 1. So your level 1 character is basically going up against a guy that can kill you in 2 hits. Clearly a powerful guy, clearly someone that if you've played the game, you know, do not pursue Lu Bu. But why does that make him one of the best characters? And right off the bat, Lu Bu is often considered one of the most iconic and memorable characters in the Dynasty Warriors series, and this is for several reasons. He's a legendary warrior. He's renowned as one of the most formidable warriors in Chinese history and mythology. His prowess on the battlefield, unmatched strength, and fearsome reputation make him a captivating character for players. Hell, I remember playing Dynasty Warriors 3, I just finished the Yellow Turban Rebellion stage. You go to the Battle of the Hulao Gate, and it's like, alright, I killed like 300 enemies in that last thing. I'm a pretty much untouchable badass. And then get my absolute shit rocked by Lu Bu. So, you know, yeah. He's got a very unique combat style. He typically wields an absolutely massive halberd or a similar weapon in the games. Emphasizing his brute strength and destructive power, his moveset often features wide-ranging and devastating attacks, making him a force to be reckoned with in battle. Controlling Lu Bu provides players with a visceral and exhilarating gameplay experience. He's more than just a big brute though, he does have a complex personality. He's often portrayed as a complex character with conflicting traits. He is depicted as ambitious, arrogant, and ruthless, yet also courageous and honorable in his own way. His complex personality adds depth to the game's storyline and makes him a compelling antagonist or ally, depending on the player's perspective. And again, he's very historically significant. That is some of the fun of Dynasty Warriors, which is a romanticized version of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which is in and of itself a romanticized version of the Three Kingdoms era of China. Known for his military exploits and shifting allegiances, he played a significant role in the tumultuous events of the era, right at the end of the Han Dynasty and leading into the Three Kingdoms era. And honestly, though, the biggest thing that makes Lu Bu one of the best characters is the challenge. In Dynasty Warriors games, he's often portrayed as a formidable boss or enemy officer, and this provides players with challenging encounters that require skill, strategy, and determination to overcome. Defeating Lu Bu in battle is often seen as a badge of honor and a memorable moment for players. And this is why he's become a fan favorite. I mean, again, like I said, just like Zhao Yun from the Shu Kingdom, he's like a poster boy for Dynasty Warriors. He appears on most of the covers. But honestly, for me, the only thing that loses him points is ultimately Lu Bu is really a lot cooler as that boss enemy, as opposed to being the guy you're playing as, or even as an ally on your force. So because he's more fun when you're fighting against him, he's gonna hit the 5 spot. At number 4, we have our representative of the Jin Kingdom, Wan Yunji. Now this one was honestly hard for me, guys, because I haven't played a lot of the Jin Kingdom. Jin, if you don't know, is a 4th kingdom that was introduced in later games, which is essentially the Sima clan led by Sima Yi, who was the strategist for the Wei Kingdom, decided that they could do a better job running the country of China, and decided to rebel against Wei and go out on their own. They're the newest kingdom introduced into the game series, and therefore are, their characters have had the least amount of time to grow on me in the 20 plus years I've been playing these games. So I spent a little time playing through the various characters, and I kind of came to my decision. I looked them up, and apparently I'm not the only one who likes Wan Yunji. She's quite popular. The wife of Sima Yi's son, Sima Zhao, she's kind of introduced as a character that is supposed to keep him in check. She was voted the most popular character in Game City's popularity poll for Dynasty Warriors 7 and second most popular for Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends poll. She placed 3rd as the character fans would want as their girlfriend, according to Famitsu's character survey. But so why is she so well regarded? Well, she is depicted as a highly intelligent and strategic character in the games. She often serves as an advisor or tactician to her husband Sima Zhao, providing valuable insights and guidance on the battlefield. Her intellect and strategic acumen make her a compelling character for players who appreciate tactical gameplay. Also, despite her strategic role, Wan Yunji is also a capable warrior in her own right. In the Dynasty Warriors games, she typically wields a variety of weapons such as a rapier or throwing knives, showcasing her versatility and combat prowess. Players enjoy controlling her on the battlefield due to her agility and skill in combat. Also, like with most of the characters on this list, her complex personality is a big selling point. She's portrayed as multifaceted, blending intelligence with determination, grace, and occasionally a touch of vulnerability. Her character development throughout the series adds depth to the game's storylines and makes her relatable to players. She's also a great symbol of empowerment and representation. She's a strong female representation within the Dynasty Warriors series. Her portrayal as a capable strategist and warrior resonates with players who appreciate strong female characters in video games, and that's something that earlier installations of Dynasty Warriors were desperately lacking. And on top of all those strong points, she's quite a looker, which, the gamers love as well. So again, if you're going for the Jin storyline, definitely give Wan Yunji a try. At number 3, we have our representative of the Wei Kingdom, Zhang Liao. When you first encounter Zhang Liao in the game, he's actually serving as Lu Bu's second-in-command against the allied forces. However, when Lu Bu would later be executed by Cao Cao for betraying him, Zhang Liao's execution is stayed as Cao Cao sees him as an honorable man and would make for a strong and capable officer. He's a beloved staple of the Dynasty Warriors series for many reasons, one of them being he is a formidable warrior just like Lu Bu, who he served under. He is depicted as a powerful and skilled warrior in the game, known for his exceptional combat prowess and strength on the battlefield. His moveset often reflects his mastery of various weapons such as a pole arm or a pair of axes, and this always just looks so cool in battle. One of the big selling points of this guy is his loyalty and honor. He is renowned for his unwavering loyalty to the warlord Cao Cao and his commitment to honor and duty. His character is often portrayed as stoic and disciplined, which resonates with players who value integrity and loyalty. And this integrity is even extended to not only his friends, but even his enemies, and sometimes people are both, such as the case of Guan Yu, who, while Guan Yu served under Cao Cao briefly, he and Zhang Liao became very close friends, but would then, be on opposite sides of the war. And the Wei Kingdom is often portrayed as having a lot of duplicitous characters, and this is mainly because in the epic poem, I believe it's considered, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the author did not like the Wei's leader, the warlord Cao Cao. He thought he was a villain and portrayed him as such, and that does show in the game. So to have a character that is shown to be so honorable on one of the kingdoms that's not known for that is pretty cool. Not only is he a fun player to play as, he's also fun to play against. In many Dynasty Warriors games, Zhang Liao's scenarios are among the most challenging, requiring the player to navigate difficult battles and make strategic decisions to succeed. This adds to the appeal of playing as Zhang Liao for gamers who enjoy a more intense gameplay experience. So yeah, whether you're playing as him or against him, you're gonna have a good time. And that's why he takes the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have the Wu Kingdom's very own Gan Ning. A former pirate who later joined the Wu Kingdom as an officer, Gan Ning is really fun to play as. He has a distinct combat style, typically wielding a unique weapon such as a chained sickle or a pair of tonfas, which sets him apart in terms of gameplay mechanics. His fast-paced and aggressive fighting style make him enjoyable to play for many gamers, and yeah, this guy is all about speed. I remember playing Dynasty Warriors 3, where like everybody, one of the big things you wanted to do was you wanted to get the red hair saddle to equip your guy with Lu Bu's horse, the fastest horse in the game, but if I equipped Gan Ning with the boots of speed, he could actually outrun Red Hair. When I would be playing 2-player and someone would be playing the horse and I'd be playing Gan Ning, I could outrun the fastest horse in the game. This dude he gotta go fast. Again, he also has a very dynamic personality, being a former pirate. He is portrayed as bold and daring warrior with a rebellious streak. His personality adds depth to the game's storyline and provides player with a character they can root for or relate to. And he's also a former pirate, which for me just adds a whole nother level, and that's why he's going to get the number 2 spot here, which it was really hard for me to pick one for the Wu Kingdom, because there are so many characters from Wu that I absolutely love, but Gan Ning, just love him just a little bit more. Alright guys, if you've been paying attention, by process of elimination, you might have been able to figure out that the top spot was gonna go to someone from the Shu Kingdom, and that someone is Pang Tong. Now, Pang Tong is a strategist for the Shu Kingdom who studied under the same master as famed Shu strategist Zhuge Liang. It was often debated which one was the better strategist, but unfortunately, historically, and therefore as well in the storyline of the game, Pang Tong died very early into the Three Kingdoms era. As such, Zhuge Liang has become the more famous strategist of the time period. However, as far as gameplay goes, I would pick Pang Tong over Zhuge Liang any day of the week. He has literally been my favorite character since I first played Dynasty Warriors 3. And I know I'm not alone in that sentiment. A lot of people love this guy, but why is that? Well, first and foremost are his unique abilities. His in-game abilities and moveset often stand out among other characters. He typically wields a new unique weapon such as a floating sword or a fan, which sets him apart in terms of gameplay mechanics. Also, his Masaos are typically very powerful. Another factor, again, you got that distinct personality. His character is often depicted as intelligent, cunning, and strategic. He adds depth to the game's storyline and provides characters kind of with a unique perspective on the events of the Three Kingdoms period. Also, unlike his contemporary Zhuge Liang, he's a bit more cynical or snarky, while Zhuge Liang is very stoic. Another thing I think he personally adds to the Dynasty Warriors games is that he is kind of a bit player, but an important player in the early days of the Shu Kingdom, and since they included him in here, even though he's not someone that saw things through till the end due to his untimely death, I think it's cool. It's like, cool, this is another character from this, that there's not much about him, but we do just get that little bit of history, and I think it's cool when games do that, and because of all these things, my man Pang Tong is going to take the number 1 spot. And that's going to be our video today, guys. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to comment your favorite Dynasty Warriors character in the comments, and let me know why. Also, let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos. I love Dynasty Warriors, I love a lot of video games. I could certainly do more top 5 lists like this. If you're feeling generous and would like to support the channel, please consider joining our Patreon or becoming a channel member, as well as checking out my eBay and Mercari and possibly buying a miniature. Until next time, guys. I'm Mr. Sean, this is Chimera Miniatures, and I sincerely hope that Dynasty Warriors 10 brings this series back to the glory it once has, and that you, Alpha Great Day, and an even Beta tomorrow. Bye-bye!